Good evening, everyone. Welcome to San Diego as the Mavericks get ready to host the Louisiana Revolution, coming all the way west from the south, down the bayou, as they like to call it over there, Cajun country. But hey, we out west now where it's nice and sunny, no rain in the forecast, but we're inside in the dome. Hey everyone, I'm your play-by-play commentator tonight, Damon Simeon, and alongside me is a really nice, good guy, a new friend of mine, Mr. Jay Hayden. Jay, how you doing?
How's it going, Damon? Yeah, we've got an incredible matchup here tonight between, as you mentioned, one team from the east and another team here from the west. One team who still has a shot of making it to the postseason. Another team, unfortunately, lost out on that last week after their loss to the Lone Star Glory. But even still, it should be an incredible matchup just when you think about the high-powered offense that we're going to see tonight from San Diego Mavericks. You think about the power we're going to see from the running back, the all-star running back that is Randy Squarebush for the Louisiana Revolution. It should be an incredible matchup here tonight, Mon.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Randy Squarebush basically is I don't want to say the bread and butter of the offense for Louisiana, but the offense of Louisiana and the Revolution starts with Randy Squarebush, should we say. And Squarebush last week had a total of 23 carries for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. So this guy here can really put up some yards, averaging 5.4 in that game versus Mexico City.
Yeah, no question. The big thing tonight, indeed, as we talk about the power or the high-powered offense that San Diego has, we're going to have to see them step up defensively for that reason, if no other, because they're going to see a heavy run attack from Louisiana.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because San Diego gives up a total of 35 points per game. They only average a small amount of points per game. I think they're around 25, 26 points per game, that is, and they're at 27. So if they can hold San Diego under the 35 mark, I say around 20 points or so, San Diego can probably come out of here with a win.
Yeah, they definitely need to hold them under 40. The last 4 games that they've had, they've allowed their 40 points, from their opponents. If they allow that from Louisiana, I don't think they'll have a chance here tonight.
You're absolutely right. San Diego first and 10 at their own 26-yard line. There's a 2-step drop here by Scar Patterson. Patterson dumps it off across the middle there, and he got a reception for 9 yards. Offense for the San Diego Mavericks. Scar Patterson, quarterback. Christian Pierce is the halfback. Fullback is Nick Hoagland. Wide receivers, Lim Hammer, Gunnar Lewis, and Optimus Klein. Tight ends are Julian Gusters and Bill Cherry. Left tackle, DeBrickashaw Molyneux. And left guard is Finley James. We'll get to the defense of the Revolution here shortly. Underneath the center is Scar Patterson, 2nd and 1. Let's see if they're going to go with the handoff here to Christian Pierce. And they do. Right up the middle. Pierce, right at the line of scrimmage, gets speared and gored. Nowhere to go. Tackled and brought down by 55. Defensive end, Brian Craven.
Yeah, great tackle there. Looking at a 3rd and 1 here. Let's see what San Diego decides to do. I'm already surprised by San Diego considering they've run the ball this early. Last week, it took them the 4th quarter before they got their first run.
Yeah, San Diego is also known as a pass threat offense, and that's where majority of their yards and their points come from. Here's Scar Patterson. He's very dangerous. Dumps it off here to the fullback, and the halfback. He does not get the first down, and they're going to say inches away. I think he got that, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Damon. It looks like that ball got across the line they needed in order to get that first down. We'll see if they try to challenge it here, but if nothing else, that was a great defensive stand there for Louisiana. It doesn't look like they're going to challenge it, so Louisiana will get the ball here after this punt.
Yeah, Louisiana does force the 3 and out to San Diego. Defense here for the Revolution. Brian Craven and Leonard Butler Sr. are your defensive ends. Neil Rivers and Chance Wall are the defensive tackles. Linebackers, Slim Shady, Nathan Blake B. Craze are your linebackers. Corners are Evan Arthur and Rolliman Hood. Your safeties, Mike Ryan, Tank Bennett, and Dante Grimm. Offense for the Revolution, quarterback Tommy Utah, Randy Squarebush, we mentioned earlier, is the halfback. Cameron Collier is the fullback. Lyric DaVinci, Chase Earl, Salvatore Napoleon, and Rego Denario are your receivers. We'll get to that in just a minute. Squarebush right up the middle of the field for 6 yards.
Yeah, what did we just talk about? Early on in the ball game, Louisiana wants to go ahead and establish that run. We see that on that play there, 6 yards on the very first play of the game. San Diego is going to have to stop this run game if they want a chance to win here tonight.
You're absolutely right about that. Tight ends for the Revolution are Livy Lees and John Michael Suddick. Those are your offensive players for the Revolution. Here's another handoff here to Square Bush. Square Bush, runs the man over after picking up the first down out to the 47-yard line, a 3-yard pickup.
Anticipate a ton of that. I mean, anticipate a lot of Randy Squarebush putting that shoulder down, putting that head down, running over a few defenders on his way, either across the first down line or across the goal line for a touchdown.
We'll get to the defensive players for the San Diego Mavericks here in just a moment. 4-3 is the defense. Looks like a tight end flex. They go to the tight end right across the middle of the field, picks up the first down. Nice pass by Tommy Utah out to the 35-yard line of San Diego, and that's going to be a pickup for a total of 18 yards.
Yeah, beautiful pass there to John Michael Sutter, the former Baltimore Vulture, former SFL champion. There's a great pass there. And listen, we've talked a lot about Randy Squarebush, but make no mistake, Tommy Utah can make any pass needed in order for them to get the win here tonight.
Here's another handoff here to the fullback this time. It's to Cameron Collier, and Collier's going to pick up 6.
One of the best blocking backs we have here in the SFL, Cameron Collier, 6'4", 260 pounds in his 5th season here in the SFL, 3rd with Louisiana. We'll see him a ton as well.
That is a large man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Single back right here now. Handoff here to Square Bush up the middle. Square Bush going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a yard now at the 29.
Yeah, and that's what you need there. There's a great tackle there in backfield by Nick Brommer. They're going to have to make those plays throughout this game. Just keep Randy Squarebush. They're not going to be able to stop him, Damon, but if they can kind of contain him, it'll give them a better shot.
Mm-hmm. Ace quads. Here is Utah right down the middle of the field, down to the 11-yard line. That's going to be an 18-yard pickup. 2 plays for over 15 yards by Johnny Utah on this drive.
We just talked about it. Tommy Utah. Let's watch this replay and see this beautiful pass here. Just a simple little, skinny post route right there in the middle of the field. He makes the pass to Chase Earl there, gets the yardage that he needs in order to extend this drive. And now they are deep in San Diego territory.
Yeah, 1st and 10 here at the 11-yard line. They're going to go with a strong eye twins. 7-step drop here by Utah. Utah gets pressured, and it almost picked off right at the 4-yard line.
Well, Damon, he can make all the passes needed, but what he doesn't need to do is make those passes to the opposite team there. Zach Lay, very, very close to getting himself an interception, and not just an interception. That surely would have been a pick 6 all the way to the house.
I agree with you. He had no one in front of him. 4-2 nickel defense. Split spread here for the offense. Utah, handoff here to Square Bush. Right up the middle, goes to the left side of the defense, and he's down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, once again, we see it there, putting that shoulder down, getting those extra yardage, carrying about 3 or 4 defenders all the way down to the 2-yard line. Now we're looking at a 3rd and 1. I'm expecting them to give the ball here to Randy Squarebush once again to see if they can punch it in the end zone.
Go single back ace here. They're going to go to the end zone, deflected away, intended for 81, Levi Lees.
Yeah, Levi, Levy, either way, they surprised me on that play. I figured they would go to Randy Squarebush there on that 3rd and 1 to try to catch San Diego off guard as well, and decides to pass the ball. Unfortunately, it didn't work out the way that they intended.
I agree with you. I was expecting that ball to go to Randy Squarebush as well. You got a guy that's 6'1", 230 pounds. Why not give it to him? Allow him to lean forward right behind those big offensive linemen there and try to get it right across the goal line and put up a score. But unfortunately, they did go to the air. San Diego played it very well and got the pass deflection. Defense for the San Diego Mavericks. Mac Dre and Kratos Maximus, all your defensive end. Only one defensive tackle here on this team that is under contract. Nick Broomer. Linebackers are Leon Thunderman, Garrett Evans, Pete Mitchell. Corners, Tom Krieg, Zach Lay. And your safeties are KJ Bailey, Ray Leonard III, Zach Holdoff, and Marcus Hawk. Also with the kicker, Alex Finley. It's a return here for the Mavericks, and is this? I thought Liam Hammer was gone.
Yeah, very dangerous kickoff return, a very dangerous offensive threat just in general. Liam Hammer leading the league actually in a lot of receiving categories, and we're going to see him, get targeted a few times tonight along with his partners, Gunnar Lewis as well as Optimus Klein.
Liam Hammer is 4 in receptions at 86. Dump off here to Pierce out of the backfield. Pierce is going to pick up 6 yards there out to the 38-yard line.
And again, something they didn't do a lot of last week against Lone Star. They're going to Christian Pierce early and often here in this ball game, and I think that that's going to serve them well. Give them an opportunity to this defense of Louisiana off guard a little bit. They can't just focus on those wide receivers. They're going to have to focus on Christian Pierce coming out of the backfield as well.
Here's Scar Patterson down the middle of the field. He got a reception to the 35-yard line, and that is a total of 27 yards to Gunnar Lewis.
And whenever you're able to get the ball to your halfback and make the kind of plays that he's been able to make so far in this game, you're able to get those kinds of plays as well, where you've got your wide receiver wide open running that post route. Gunnar Lewis is 6'5", 235, running down the field unabated.
Scar Patterson is number 1 in the SFL in passing yards at 4,029 yards. 2-step drop here by Patterson. Patterson right across the middle of the field, picks up the first down. There's a penalty on the play, though.
Yeah, I believe the defender jumped off sides there. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out here in a second.
That ball came out so fast. You called it, hey, there is a neutral zone infraction. I didn't see it. It happened so fast.
Yeah, that it did. But like you mentioned, another thing that happened fast is that ball coming out of Scar Patterson's arm. I mean, his arm talent is as good or better than anybody else that we have in the SFL.
Patterson also lead the league in touchdowns at 29. 3-step drive going to the end zone. He just crossed Hollywood Boulevard with a one-handed grab. Liam Hammer.
What a drive there for San Diego. We know just how powerful, we know just how dangerous this offense can be, and they showed it on that drive. They showed their ability to get the ball to their halfback, Christian Pierce. They showed their ability to get the ball to Gunnar Lewis. And on that last play, they showed their ability to get the ball to Liam Hammer. And if they're able to do that, I don't see Louisiana stopping them here tonight.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you there. If they continue to play like this team is very deadly. I can remember calling a game early in the season. They played Vegas, and they were going back and forth with Vegas. That was a beautiful game to broadcast.
Yeah, I mean, when you're able to score 40-plus points a game the way that San Diego's able to do, obviously that's not their average right now, but we've seen them do it, over the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. I mean, you pick any game you want. San Diego at any point in time can score 40, 45, maybe even 50 points, in a game, and I'm certain that that's what their intention is to do here tonight.
Absolutely, especially from a Revolution team that averaged right around 28 points per game. So they're most definitely looking to outscore this ball club, who can actually put up points themselves, right at 29.5 per game. They're sitting at 22 with the average around 263 yards through the air, but they're number 5 in rushing around 120 per game. So if this San Diego defense can basically contain, as you mentioned earlier in the previous drive, they can contain Richard Squarebush. They can probably have some success here defense, and that pass is incomplete.
Yeah, just led him a little bit too far there on that out route, Devon. I mean, I think he may have been able to drag that toe there. We'll see if Louisiana decides to challenge it. But either way, and it looks like they are here on this play. But I think he might have led him just a bit too far.
R62 goes under the hood here. Let's see if we can get a look at the footing. Oh, that's in.
Yeah. It looks like he was able to get that 1 foot there, Damon.
Yeah, you got to give Chase Hill credit for that one.
After review, the pass has been ruled complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds. The visiting team will not be charged with a timeout. Second down.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they decide. I think they're going to give him. The catch here.
Here comes Johnny Utah. They come out here in a I formation. Jumbo package, either I-lows or I-jacks here. Handoff here to Square Bush. Square Bush picks up the first down.
Yeah, they're trying to load the box, and I don't blame them. They're coming with that 4-3 defense. They've got 7 defenders there in the box to try to stop Randy Squarebush, but I guess they needed an 8th defender there to keep him from getting the first down. You see the numbers there, 5 carries, 29 yards already, and we're only midway through the first.
Also, you also keep your eye on with the San Diego defense. They do love to throw the 4-4 defense in there every now and then. There's another out route up to the top of the field to Chase Earl, and he picks up 8 yards from their reception.
And that's something I'm sure this coaching staff noticed from the game last week against Lone Star. You know, San Diego is probably going to give you everything you want underneath more often than not. So those out routes are going to be open for Louisiana throughout this contest.
Yeah. 2nd and 2 here for the Louisiana Revolution right at their own 45-yard line. Still here in the first quarter. 3 minutes and 55 seconds left here on the ticker. They come out in a strong I formation. Jokers picks up the first down. Squarebush breaks a tackle to the 49.
Yeah, and they needed every bit of Garrett Evans and Raylan Earl there to make that tackle. Otherwise, he probably would have broke 2 or 3 more tackles on his way to another first down. Now they're here at midfield, you know, and they're driving here on this drive. San Diego's going to have to step up here if they want to get them off the field.
There's an encroachment there. Going to be a free play here. Squarebush hit hard as this is cross midfield there.
Yeah, he got absolutely smacked. And like you mentioned, that was a penalty there. They got a little bit too antsy there on that line.
I'm assuming they accept this. Picked up the first down with the penalty.
Yeah, it looks like they did. And I don't blame them there. You know, accept that penalty. Go ahead and, you know, give yourself more downs to get. All you need is 5 yards. And when you've got somebody like number 30 in the backfield, it shouldn't take you too long to be able to get those 5 yards.
Absolutely right about that. Single back. Ace triple. Out route. That pass is caught and complete by Chase Earl again. Out to San Diego's 34-yard line.
Yeah, and Tommy Utah there. Sorry there, Damon, but you see Tommy Utah there moving in the pocket the way he does. He doesn't even set his feet before he throws the ball. He climbs up in the pocket, goes ahead and throws that out route. And again, they're going to give him that all game long.
Split jacks here for the offense. Down the field, he got a guy, open. And that is to Levy. Is it Levi Lees on the reception there? He just crossed Hollywood Boulevard with that touchdown, the first of the night for the Revolution.
Yeah, the rookie, Levi. We're gonna decide what we want to call you before this game is over. But one thing we're gonna make sure to call you is an incredible tight end and a big tight end, 6'6", 255 there. I don't know how you lose 6'6", 255, but Unfortunately for San Diego, they just kind of jumped or miscalculated the direction and the in the air on the ball there from Tommy Utah. The trajectory of it, that's the word I'm looking for there from Tommy Utah. But it ended up being a touchdown for Louisiana. And look, back-to-back great drives from both Louisiana and San Diego. This is what we were hoping for. We were hoping for a game with a lot of fireworks, potentially a lot of points, and it certainly looks like we might be in for that tonight.
Absolutely. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulation.com. SFL.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Here's Liam Hammer on the return, and Hammer is tackled and brought down to the 23-yard line.
So now let's see if they keep with that momentum that the offense had on their previous drive. And also, from Louisiana's standpoint, let's see if they make any sort of adjustments. What you don't want is to get those defensive backs too close to these wide receivers. And you see there, pre-snap, they already back up so they don't get beat deep.
Yeah, they're about 7 yards off of the receivers there, as you stated. Got a guy right underneath there, and he got some reception out to the 32. That is Liam Hammer on that catch there. Pickup of 9 yards there.
Yeah, 9 yards there. And it was nothing wrong with them going underneath there. It wasn't anything wrong with Louisiana's decision to try to play him, give him everything underneath. Slim Shady was actually there to make a play. Unfortunately, he just misjudged that ball.
Yeah. Christian Pierce with the handoff. Pierce does not. He get back to the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Meta a host of revolutions, and Maximus was there to lead. Not a Maximus. I meant to say Chance Wall was there to meet it right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Chance Wall basically acting as if he is a wall, smacks Christian Pierce to the ground immediately.
Looks like A squads here. 2-step drop here by Patterson. Patterson finds number 81, Les Lease. My apologies. I keep looking at the wrong roster. That is Gunnar Lewis on the reception.
Yeah, it's all good. I totally understand, Demar. I mean, listen, it's it's two big receivers. You're talking about 6'5" for Gunnar Lewis and 6'6" for Levy Lee. So it's very easy to get those two mixed up.
There's an out route to the top of the field, and Liam Hammer comes away with that reception, picking up 3 yards.
And listen, that didn't seem like it was much considering it was only a 3-yard gain. But if that was any other wide receiver, they probably wouldn't have caught the ball. Liam Hammer able to stop in his tracks after running that really quick out route. Well, anybody other than maybe a certain wide receiver, number 8 in Houston, he probably could have made that as well.
Don't make me blush. There's another, just like same play, and he comes up with the reception in the first down this time. Oh, it's Optimus Klein.
Yeah, this time they decided to go to their most tenured player here on San Diego, Optimus Klein, in his his 12th season, actually here in the SFL, 4th season in San Diego.
1st and 10 at San Diego's 48. Dumps it off to Christian Pierce in the flat. Pierce breaks a tackle, picks up 5 yards total.
Yeah, Mike Ryan, one of the better safeties we have here in the SFL. Someone, if you accidentally throw the ball anywhere near his area, more times than not, he's going to come away with an interception.
That's going to do it for the first quarter, people. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by 8 p.m. Music live on the Simulations Twitch network. And this is a pretty nice drive here for San Diego to start this drive here. Second and 5 here for San Diego. Play action, dump off down to the bottom of the field. It's Gunnar Lewis.
Got Gunnar Lewis, great pass, good route. Probably could have ran it about 2 or 3 yards further down the field just to ensure to get the first down there. Unfortunately, he ran it a bit short, and now they're looking at a 3rd and inches here early in the second quarter.
Total of 7 plays, 35 yards so far on this drive here for the San Diego Mavericks. 3-step drop, going deep. That pass is tipped it away and almost intercepted by Hood.
Yeah, I talked a second ago about how talented Mike Ryan is, but you want to talk about talent as well in the defensive backfield. Rollerman Hood for sure, fits that category. Somebody who certainly could come away with a pick if you're not careful.
Out there on an island with the dangerous receivers here from San Diego. 4th and inches, and they bring out the offense. And they do hike it. Go to progression. That pass is caught for the first down. Looks like the Texas Tech Red Raiders versus the Texas Longhorns last week, who was 6 of 8 on 4th down.
Yeah, I was interested to see there if they were actually going to go for it. I mean, I don't blame them at all, especially if you're already on your opponent's side of the field. Go ahead and go for it. See what happens. Worst case scenario, you don't get it, but the other team still has an entire half of the field to go. Great play call there for San Diego.
Pick up of 4 yards on that reception on 4th and 1. Scar Patterson calling the signals. 3 wide receiver goes out, and so does a halfback. Got a man, and it is Liam Hammer once again. This guy here runs some excellent routes, my guy.
Excellent routes. You'll see here on this replay. I mean, it's almost nothing that you can do. Something that I'm really curious to see is if Louisiana stays in that 4-3 defense throughout the course of this game. I understand San Diego is under center here, and they want to make sure that they're not going to catch them off guard with the run. But certainly with that 4-3 defense, you've only got 4 guys out there to stop those incredibly talented wide receivers.
Another out route to the top of the field. This time it's Gunnar Lewis coming away with the reception.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be where their bread is buttered here tonight. I mean, they're going to run a ton of those out routes, trying to make Louisiana's cornerbacks play up closer so that maybe they can hit them deep again and get another touchdown.
Scar Patterson already over 132 yards here tonight with 1 touchdown, QBR of 121.9. Empty formation here. Straight open is the formation. Going to the corner post. That pass is deflected away by Tank Bennett. Outstanding coverage, or what should I say, help coverage from the strong safety coming over to help out Rollerman Hood.
And I'm certain that they feel very, very confident in their defensive backs' ability to compete with these wide receivers, especially if they're allowed to come out in the dime defense. Again, you're coming out with all of those defensive backs to combat what San Diego is going to do on the other side offensively. There they show just how talented and just what they can do when they're able to have all those defensive backs on the field. And here they do the same thing.
They come out in the same formation here. Let's see if they go with the same play. And it is going to be the same play this time down the middle of the field. Did he get the touchdown? Yes! Crosses Hollywood Boulevard. Liam Hammer, his 2nd of the night.
San Diego, when you got an all-star, former all-star in season 18, and somebody that I'm anticipating making his 2nd all-star again this season, Liam Hammer, when you got him on your side and you see him in his ability to run those kinds of routes, I mean, what can you do? What do you do if you're a defensive player? What do you do if you're a defensive coordinator to try to stop Liam Hammer? Because if you focus on him, then you've got to worry about Gunnar Lewis. If you focus on him, then you've got to worry about Optimus Klein. This passing game for San Diego is incredible.
Yeah, that's his 15th touchdown on the season for Liam Hammer.
Just having an incredible season for sure, no question about it. So we were wondering, were they going to carry on that momentum on that drive as they did on the previous drive? And they definitely did. That was an awesome drive there for San Diego, really trying to play spoiler here for Louisiana.
Yeah, the great thing about this game so far, this matchup, you got one team that needs to stop the powerful halfback of the Revolution, and then you got the air attack of the Mavericks, who loves to just throw the ball all across the field here. Let's see how this defense hold up versus this offense here for the Revolution with Randy Squibbush.
Yeah, it's contrasting styles. It's one of the things I love so much about this league. It's not a copycat league. You take what you've got and you try to make it work as best as you can.
They come out in the same formation that San Diego just scored a touchdown on. And there's going to be a reception right across the middle of the field to Napoli.
Yeah, I say it's not a copycat league, but you're right. It's literally the same formation. Not the same play, that San Diego was running. But I guess they decided, hey, if they're going to have success running that empty set, we're going to come out in this empty set too and see how much success we can have too. And they hit Salvador Napoli there on that play.
Square Bush goes right up the middle of the field, only picks up a few inches or so there.
Well, if you've only got a few inches to go, Damon, there's no better player to have in your backfield than number 30. And if they're not going to go to him here, I don't know what else to say.
And they do. They give it to the big guy. Runs one guy over. Runs the second over. Stiff arms another one. He's off to the right. Down to the 36 of San Diego. 29 yards on the ground for Randy Squarebush.
I mean, seriously, as a defender, how demoralizing must it be if you're running full speed against a defender? You look at that, just run him over. Run him over. Somebody next, no, I'll just stiff arm you to the ground, and I'm going to keep running. I mean, there's no hope for anybody. He finally gets smacked there on the sideline after running over 3 or 4 San Diego defenders. I'm sure he's exhausted by now, but it's too late at that point. Now I've already gotten yards down the field, first down, deep in your territory.
Yeah, I said it was 27 yards on the gain. It was total. I said it was 29. It was 27 yards on the pickup by Randy Squarebush. Right across the middle of the field, and Chase Earl comes away with that reception, just inches shy, down to the 29-yard line, a gain of 9.
Yeah, and again, if they're going to be able to get themselves in the second and inches, third and inches throughout the course of this drive, or particularly this ball game, they're going to have a lot of success offensively.
Mm-hmm. It's a strong guy twins here. Twins to the right of Utah. Utah goes down the middle of the field. Chase Earl, touchdown. Hey, this just may be a ground and pound and air attack from both of these teams. This is pretty exciting. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Damon, how lucky are we to be able to call this one, man? I mean, there are points galore here, and we're still early here in the first half. We see a 7-step drop there under center from Tommy Utah. And he finds Chase Earl for the second time in a row, this time for 6 points. Yeah, we're in for a delight. We're in for a treat here, Damon.
Yeah, 29-yard touchdown reception for Chase Earl from Johnny Utah. This game here is becoming very, very interesting. And not San Diego. Louisiana retakes the lead with that touchdown reception by Chase Earl.
Yeah, I mean, and at some point, I don't know if it's just going to boil down to whoever has the ball last is going to be the team to win the game, or if at some point, maybe some halftime adjustments are made and, these defensive coordinators kind of figure some things out. But as of right now, these offenses are just clicking on all cylinders.
And Chase Earl, that would be his number 7 touchdown on the season. Here's a return Liam Hammer right at the goal line. Hammer runs on one man over. Tackled and brought down at the 25.
Yeah, trying to do his best Randy Squarebush impression there, putting that shoulder down and running over a Louisiana defender. But yeah, once again, all right, so here comes out this team in goal that we know for the most part what they're going to try to do. We know they want to come out. They want to put the ball in Scar Patterson's hands and allow him to put the ball in the air to get yardage.
Here is Scar Patterson. 5-step drop, reads through the progression, dumps it off underneath, and nothing doing, incomplete is that Buddy Blaze breaks that up?
Yeah, I believe so.
Blake Craze breaks it up.
Yeah, Blake be crazed there, as you mentioned, breaking that up. That's just great defense there from Louisiana, though. He had nothing downfield. There was nowhere he could go with the ball. Decides to try to dump it down to the tight end there, and unfortunately for San Diego, it did result in an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 at the 25. 6:59 on the clock. Scar Patterson, 5-step drive, lets it rip right down the middle. Picks up a first down to the 37.
Yeah, and Gunnar Lewis there was just pushing Evan Arthur back as far as he could go. Evan Arthur's just backing up, trying to make sure he doesn't get beat deep there. Gunnar Lewis knew exactly what to do, decides to stick that left foot in the ground, cuts inside on that post route there, catches the ball and gets the first down.
He had his choice. He also could have went to Rego De Niro as well. He was wide open to the top. Oh, right down the strike there. That was on the seam route. Looks like to the tight end. Oh, no, that's Optimus Klein.
And that's the scary thing about it, Damon, is that, again, San Diego, you can probably
San Diego at their own 46. Oh, how did he get that pass through there? Wow. Gunnar Lewis come away with the zip from from Scar Patterson. Wow.
Arm talent, ability to run some of the most perfect routes that you've ever seen. I mean, that's just the way that San Diego operates. You look at the record and you think, okay, this team, they can't have anything that they do well, and it's not true. Their passing game is unbelievable.
Dump off into Pierce out of the backfield, and he's going to pick up 2 yards there.
And this is the way that you keep a defense on their toes. Don't just constantly go to your everything wide receivers and tight ends. You have to get your halfback involved as well, even if it's only just like they did. Throw the ball to them in the flats. Throw it to them on screen plays. But you have to keep your halfback engaged as well.
Strong guy pro formation here. Dump it off to Gunnar Lewis right at the top of the screen there. Picks up 2 yards on that reception.
Yeah, 2 yards there. 3rd and 6 here. I mean, certainly they're going to go ahead and try to put the ball in the air, once again. And I feel very confident with their ability here to be able to get the first down. But maybe Louisiana comes out. Let's see. Well, it looks like they're coming out in a nickel 3-3. I don't know if I agree with this press here from them, though.
Yeah. There's pressure right up the middle from the D-line, and down goes Scar Patterson with a loss of 7 on the play, and that is Big 99, Chance Wall there. Spoke of him earlier in the game.
Yeah, shows what I know, right? Go ahead and press those wide receivers. That way you throw them a little bit off your route. You throw the timing off some. You allow Chase Wall to be able to get into the backfield and get the sack there. That was a great defensive stand, and that's what we were asking for. Who was going to step up defensively? Louisiana does just that, and now San Diego has to punt this ball away.
And it looks like Louisiana brought one of the safeties, or should I say the strong safety up to do a double team on Lim Hammer. And this punt is done to perfection inside the 5 at the 4, where Louisiana will start their next trip.
And now they're on offense to see if they can maintain that momentum that they've had throughout the course of this game.
Power I formation here. There's an encroachment. They're going to give it here to Randy Squarebush. Squarebush rights up the middle. Looks like he picks up maybe about 5 or 4 yards on the carry. But they're going to go ahead and keep the first down and take the yards as well.
Neutral zone infraction, number 99, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
Yeah, it does. Looks like they accepted that penalty there. Another 1st and 5. And I just think San Diego's trying to do everything they can, legally and illegally, apparently. They're trying to do everything they can to keep, Randy Squarebush intact, keep him from breaking another one of those long runs like he did earlier in the ballgame.
1st and 5. Handoff hit to Squarebush. Nice block. Squarebush runs one man over. Picks up the first down to the 19.
And that's exactly what I mean there. I mean, that's not a 20, 30, 40-yard run by any means, but that's one of those runs where you start to wear a defense down. You look at number 21, Cameron Collier, again, as I've mentioned before, one of the best blocking fullbacks we have in the league, just opening up the hole there for Randy to run through. And when you've got Randy Squarebush coming through right behind him, I mean, what do you do at that point, other than get out the way and hope somebody else comes to help you?
Split backs here for Louisiana. 5-step drop here by the QB. Johnny Utah dumps it off to Squarebush in the flats. Makes a man miss before Sting stepping out of bounds at the 39.
Yeah, great play call there. Another little out route, get the yardage that they need. They're driving here, getting a ton of yards, really. to preserve this drive, to move this drive forward. They can do whatever they want at this point. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. Louisiana is just having a ton of success here on offense. San Diego is going to have to make some adjustments to keep from allowing Atlanta to be the 6th team or 5th team in a row to score 40 points against them.
A 3 wide receiver set here to come out in the nickels, the defense. And they're going to go with 3-step drive. Sidearm throw right across the middle of the field to the tight end. And he's going to pick up a total of 9 yards there. John Michael Sudduth on the reception.
Yeah, he gets John Michael Sudduth for his 2nd catch here in this ball game. Now we're looking at a 2nd and 1. Heavy set. I wonder who they're going to give the ball here to here, Damon.
Give it to the halfback. Dump it off the square bush. Square bush right at the line of scrimmage. Going to give him inches there.
Yeah, honestly, kind of surprised he wasn't able to go ahead and push forward and get the first down there. But 3rd and inches, 2-minute warning. We'll see what happens after the break.
Two-minute warning there. You're watching Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on the Simulation FL Twitch network. High lows here for the offense. Hand off to Randy Squarebush right up the middle. Puts his shoulder down, run one man over after picking up the first down to the 44-yard line of San Diego. Total of 7 yards on that carry.
And it's really difficult, it's not a pick at San Diego by any means. It's really difficult for any team to do anything about that. When you come out a heavy set and you've got those linemen, you've got that fullback, and you've got that halfback, and they're running straight towards you, what do?
Yeah, encroachment here, but they're going to take advantage of it. Their pass is tipped away. Tried to take advantage of the free play and going deep down the middle.
Neutral zone infraction, number 99. Defense, 12-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Yeah, Damon, and that's about the 3rd time that we've seen that, from this San Diego defense. Them getting a little antsy, jumping off sides. I guess just being a little too concerned with this run game from Louisiana. But they're gonna have to be more disciplined. They're gonna have to keep their eyes on the football, because those are the kind of plays, especially being in this league, you cannot make throughout the course of a football game.
Mm-hmm. Split back. There's another encroachment. This defensive line is not disciplined at all this evening.
Yeah, this isn't going to work. This is not going to work. They have to be more disciplined.
Neutral zone infraction, number 99. Defense.
And what they're doing is they're giving Louisiana a short down and distance, but their first down keeps repeating.
Yeah, I mean, Damon, at this point, they're going to jump until Louisiana's at the 1-yard line and just pretty much just have to fall into the end zone. You're already going against a team, who has the ability to kill you even if you're not, killing yourself. But right now, they're really just causing themselves this pain.
5-step drop here by Utah. Utah goes down the middle, got a reception down to the 19-yard line. There was Lyric Da Vinci on that reception there.
Yeah, an absolute monstrous wide receiver. 6'5", 255 pounds as a wide receiver. This guy is an absolute beast.
That is humongous. I mean, pause. There's a handoff here to Squarebush, and Squarebush drops his shoulder. He drops his shoulder.
Hurry up here.
Disrespect. Dump it off to him in the flat. Breaks a tackle. Picks up the first down. Oh, he fought for extra yardage. Did you see that?
Yeah, there wasn't like there was any lineman there pushing him. There wasn't a wide receiver pushing him forward or anything. That was just all Randy. It was just all Randy Squarebush getting hit, muscling off defenders, spinning, and finding his way to the first down there. Now they're at the 9-yard line, 37 seconds left here in the first half. let's see what they try to do to get in the end zone.
Burbridge has a total of 4 receptions for 32 yards. 77 on the ground on 10 attempts. Gonna go through the pass, through the air. The pass is deflected away and almost intercepted. Couldn't get the number of the license plate.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was. If I had to take a wild guess, I'm thinking that's probably the corn man, Zach Holdorf, there making that play. But, you make too many of those mistakes, Zach Holdorf's going to come away with an interception sooner or later.
Thanks for bringing up Zach Holdorf's name. Zach is also on stats with us tonight in the truck along with Tristan Hatley. And that pass is almost completed for a touchdown down to the 2-yard line.
So close there. Actually, was very, very close to being deflected there. Unfortunately for San Diego, it wasn't. Zach Holdorf ended up coming up and making the tackle to keep Louisiana from getting into the end zone. But again, not before Louisiana was able to get to the 1-yard line. Now Louisiana, I'm wondering if this is going to be 2-down territory for them here to try to get this ball in the end zone.
Down to the 1-yard line here is Louisiana, 3rd and goal. You're going to go 5-step drive, out route. That pass is caught and complete. Touchdown for the Louisiana Revolution. And it's to the tight end, John Michael Sutton.
3rd catch here tonight. And that was a very, very great, incredible route there. Ran by the big tight end for Louisiana, getting his 3rd catch, first touchdown here of the ball game. Now San Diego with only 24 seconds left here in the first half. They're going to have to make a decision. Do they want to try to hurry up and get a score before the end of the first half, or are they just going to let it go and allow the momentum to stay on the side of the team in the green and blue?
Yeah, that will be Sutton's 5th touchdown reception on the season. Outstanding drive for the Revolution. Should we say, as that drive also took a total of 14 plays, 95 yards total.
Yeah, just an incredible drive. Taking a good bit of chunk, of time off the clock. 3 minutes, 45 seconds was the total time, of that possession. Just a great drive overall for Louisiana, and not what you need at all if you're San Diego.
And here is Hammer on the return. Hammer is tackling the block line at the 23-yard line. The SFL Weekly Fantasy Contest is officially up and running. Think you can draft the best team every week while staying under the salary cap? Or maybe you just want to enhance your SFL experience. Free to play, no season-long commitment, and a new contest opens every week on Tuesday night. Join now and show off your fantasy skills to the rest of the league. Contact Jack Wall, Stephen Hacker, or Hunter Norwood to join today. Here's Pierce on a handoff, and he goes nowhere. Get back to the original line of scrimmage after being hit in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a very gutsy call defensively there from Louisiana. Once again, coming out in that 4-3, there's something that they've noticed with this San Diego defense that I can't quite put my finger on.
The halftime, and we're back here in the 3rd quarter. And also, Jay, this game does have playoff indications on it. The Revolution can stay in the playoff hunt with the win here tonight. They're going to need some help getting in. They can win out. They'll be 6-6. They're going to need some help from needing some other teams to take a couple of L's as well.
Yeah, and I think that's the motivation right now for this Louisiana Revolution football team. San Diego doesn't have much to play for right now other than pride. I mean, they've got tonight and they've got next week, just to play for pride because they don't have the opportunity to extend their season. Louisiana, however, does.
Johnny Utah right across the middle there. Found a receiver underneath there, picks up 3 yards.
Yeah, that he does. Great route, great pass, great catch. But that pride, I mean, that's something that I want to see, and I'm sure the San Diego faithful, they want to see from their football team. They're going to cheer them regardless. whether they make the playoffs or not. And eventually they will, but they want to see them play with pride here.
Out route to the top of the field. I want to say that was Chase Earl on the reception. No, it's not. It's going to be Lyric Da Vinci.
Yeah, Lyric Da Vinci there on the catch again. That massive wide receiver here for Louisiana for another first down. And again, Louisiana here just having their way right now offensively.
Louisiana at their own 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Handoff hits to Randy Squarebush. Squarebush runs behind his blocker. Lowers his shoulder. Runs the man over. Off to the races and tackled and brought down at the 26-yard line for a total of 35 yards on that run. That puts him over 100 yards on the ground tonight.
Yeah, and San Diego better thank their lucky stars there for Tom Creek and Zach Holdorf. Otherwise, Randy Squarebush is in the end zone doing his touchdown dance right now. But, on his way to that massive run, just absolutely destroys one of San Diego's defenders. And now they're already at the 26-yard line here. You see the numbers for Randy Squarebush. 11 rushes for 121 yards. He's just having an incredible game.
Yeah, this dude is an all-out, halfback here for this Revolution Ball Club. And he is really putting the team on his back. I'm not saying that the passing game is not living up to the standards, but when you can run the way he does and deliver the blow to the defense like he can, why not continue to give him the ball? As you stated, 11 touches for 121 yards. Those are high school numbers. You don't see that in the pros.
Exactly. He's just having his way right now.
There's a man open to the top of the field. Do he go to him? Yes, he does. Out route. And it's Chase Earl with that reception down to the 7-yard line. A total of 19 yards on the pickup.
Yeah, and you could see that immediately, Damon. You called it perfectly. You could see it from the jump that was wide open. You see the cornerback there comes down as if it's a blitz, but he's too far back there on that play. He should have been closer if he was going to blitz there, but he wasn't. And unfortunately for San Diego, that led to that long pass play. Now they're looking at 1st and goal at the 7-yard line with number 30 in the backfield.
Yeah. Strong Eye Twins. Here for the Revolution. 7-step drop here by Utah. Utah goes to progression. That passes. Did he catch that? No.
He did. He caught that and landed out of bounds.
Okay. I couldn't see what happened. I just saw someone jumping through like Superman, and that just really threw all of my concentration off.
I'm pretty sure that's what he felt like whenever he just made that play. If he could have just been able to toe drag swag itself and in bounds and get that interception, but it's a great catch nonetheless.
We got Twins here now. Handoff here to Squarebush on a strong power O. Squarebush crosses Hollywood Boulevard untouched for the 3rd time tonight. Or is it the second? I want to say it's the second time.
That is the first time. That's his first touchdown here tonight.
Wow. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
13 carries, 120-plus yards, 1 touchdown. He's got 4 receptions for 32 yards. I mean, Randy Squarebush at this point is pretty much doing it all. He's doing whatever he wants. And I think on that last play for San Diego, more than anything, Damon, I think that was just fear. I don't think anybody for this San Diego defense really wanted any parts of Randy Squarebush simply because of what he's been able to do throughout this game. I really need this defense for San Diego. It's not as if they can't do it. I need to see more from this San Diego defense here to show that they want this game, regardless of what the implications are. Play spoiler here for Louisiana. Keep them out of the playoffs as well. That's not what they're doing so far. Right now, all you see is the tenacity, the determination from Louisiana and them showing that they want to make the playoffs. They want to win this game. They want a shot at going to the postseason.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, Louisiana would not win the division with the Florida win over Lone Star last night. And Florida basically put a whipping on Lone Star with their win over the Lone Star Glory. And so that cuts Louisiana out on winning the division. But as I stated earlier, that they do have indications of probably making a wild card if they can get some help.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing there. They are going to need some help but they've got to do their part first. And by playing the way that they're playing here tonight, they're absolutely doing what they need to do.
Two-step drop here by Scar Patterson. Look at that bullet down to Liam Hammer. My goodness, it's a touchdown. And that was from the 24-yard line. Oh, my goodness. That is going to be 76 yards to the house for Liam Hammer. Wow, what a strike by Patterson. See, this offense is so fast. It reminds me of the greatest show on turf.
One play, touchdown from this San Diego offense, and that's the thing. We've said it ad nauseum. This offense is not the issue whatsoever. This offense can keep up with any team in the SFL. All 27 teams need to fear this San Diego offense. But what they need is they have to step up defensively. We have to see more from this defense. And the thing that's unfortunate now for this San Diego defense is the fact that they just scored so fast. Now San Diego's defense has to come right back on the field and deal with this offense from Louisiana.
Liam Hammer, 8 receptions, 168 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Average yards per reception, 21.
It's ridiculous numbers, man. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous numbers. But again, this is what this team is capable of doing any night of the week.
Mm-hmm. And both of these quarterbacks have a QBR over 145. I mean, these two quarterbacks are balling, both of them with 3 touchdowns apiece, you know, and then Randy Squarebush is doing his thing as well for Louisiana. Yeah. This game just continues to get interesting by the possessions. So
all world players all over the field. And check this out, Damon. You just mentioned 8 catches, 168 yards here from Liam Hammer tonight. Last week it was Gunnar Lewis, 13 catches, 192 yards. So it's pick your poison at this point.
Here's Squarebush, right up the middle of the field. Oh, he takes a shot right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, gets smacked, but not before he gets 6 yards. If they're going to allow him to get 5 to 6 yards per play, then it serves no purpose. They're just going to drive right down the field once again. They've got to get to Randy Squarebush before he either gets to the line of scrimmage or as soon as he hits the line of scrimmage. His defensive line and these linebackers have got to step up here.
3 wide receivers in here now. Looks like a single back doubles. 4-2 nickels the defense. 5-step drop here by Johnny Utah. Out route to Chase Earl. Earl picks up the first down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Damon, we talked about this in the first quarter. These defensive backs are just giving them way too much space. Whatever they want underneath, these out routes have just been absolutely destroying these defensive backs for San Diego all game long.
Yeah, other SFL action, you have the Mexico City Aztecs hosting the Denver Nightwings, or I can't remember which one is at home, but Mexico City is up 34-23. Here's Squarebush right up the middle, and Squarebush is off to the races, breaks a tackle down to the 32-yard line for 28 yards more.
And you can tell by how Randy was running that he's getting a little bit gassed, but it doesn't matter. He's still able to navigate through that line. This offensive line is doing a great job blocking. These tight ends are doing a great job blocking. And the only reason I believe he was tackled there by number 99, Kratos Maximus, coming from the defensive end position there to make that tackle down the field, is because, again, I just think Randy Squarebush is just a little gassed. I mean, you see the numbers, 153 yards at this point. He's getting whatever he wants against this San Diego defense.
So, as you stated, and here's another handoff here to Squarebush. He picks up 8 on that carry. You stated that the Mavericks, with that fast score on the previous possession, that their defense comes out onto the field right away. But that also puts Louisiana offense on the field right away. And you just stated that Squarebush did look a little gas on the previous 2 plays.
Yeah, but again, look at this. Like we're saying that he looks gassed because he doesn't have that burst out of the backfield. He's not able to burst down the field at that breakaway speed that we've seen from Squarebush from time to time. He doesn't have that speed right now, but he's still able to get the yardage he needs because this offensive line essentially is just leaning on this defensive line for San Diego, and it just seems like they're helpless.
At the 18-yard line, Another handoff here to Square Bush. Up the middle. Oh, he goes to the left and then cuts it right back in for 6 more.
Yeah, well, but forget what I said about him being gassed. You don't make those kind of cuts if you're 6'1", 230 pounds. If you're gassed, Damon, like that's so forget what I said about him being gassed. He's got another gas tank that apparently they just gave to him from the sideline. I don't know. This dude is he's just unreal.
Mexico City scores again, 41-23. Here's Johnny Utah, goes to the progression, intercepted by the Mavericks down at the 4-yard line.
Exactly what this defense needed, what the doctor ordered, as one would say. I mean, they may have gotten away there with a little bit of a bump there from Pete Mitchell there on the side, but it doesn't matter. They needed that interception, and they got that interception. If you're Louisiana, on the sideline, you got to have a talk with Tommy Utah. This offense had all the momentum. You can't make that pass. That was just an errant pass there from Utah.
Yeah, that drops Utah's QBR down to 127. Here's Scar Patterson in the end zone, going deep again, right down the middle to the 34-yard line. And that is I'm sorry, I had the wrong 34. That's San Diego 34. I was going to say that's 62 yards, no, that's 30 yards on the pickup there to Liam Hammer.
And why do you not need to make that kind of mistake? Because we've seen the quick strike ability of San Diego. That's the reason why you don't want to make that mistake if you're Tommy Utah and this Louisiana offense, because it's going to take zero time, and we've seen it for San Diego getting the end zone.
Yeah, 5-step drop hit by Scar. Scar pumps fake, goes to the corner post, deflected away by Hood.
Yeah, great defense there, keeping them from having yet another big play. But, I mean, it's only a matter of time, at this point for this San Diego Mavericks offense. We've seen time after time, whenever they need it, they can make these big plays offensively. Louisiana's defensive backs are just going to have to keep their eyes peeled and to make sure that they don't get beat deep here.
Strong spread here. There's another one
just
right down.
Like that.
This Klein, and that goes to the house. You got to be kidding me.
Just mentioned it, Damon. Just said it. They don't need to get beat deep. And what happens? They get beat deep. They've been getting destroyed by Liam Hammer and by Gunnar Lewis all game long. And now his third catch, Optimus Klein, he gets the third catch on his third target, 83 yards, gets the touchdown. And just like that, I mean, it looked like the momentum, it was on the side of Louisiana. Now all of the momentum is on the side of San Diego. Just that fast, pinning this extra point, they're going to be down by a single field goal.
That reception by Optimus Klein jumps his yards per reception above Liam Hammer to 27.7. He's in a total of, Scar Patterson has found 5 different targets here tonight. Christian Pierce, Bill Cherry, Optimus Klein, Gunnar Lewis, and Liam Hammer. I mean, you actually stated, pick your poison. These 3 wide receivers are probably the best trio in the SFL.
Oh, no question. No question about it. You cannot focus on one without subjecting yourself to, to just letting the other just go crazy on you. 168 yards from Liam Hammer, 90 yards from Gunnar Lewis, 83 yards from Optimus Klein. I mean, it's you can't focus on one receiver or one threat without the other, just pretty much having whatever they want all game long.
31-28, Revolution are up. Handoff here to Collier. Collier is tackling and brought down after a 2-yard pickup. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams. All the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6, SFL mini helmets, 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings, and the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Oh, Square Bush gets speared right at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he did. He tried to do a little hurdle there, before he gets absolutely destroyed, from Marcus Hawk there coming from the strong safety position. Now they got a 3rd and 6 here. Yeah, more than likely going to try to put the ball in the air. It looks like they are hitting the shotgun formation.
Yeah, they go to a split spread here in the shotgun, as you stated. 4-2 Nichols, the defense, 2-step drive. Got it right across the middle. That pass is deflected away. Nice play there. I couldn't see who that was on the deflection.
Yeah, that might have been Pete Mitchell again. I'm not 100% sure. That may be the second time. It looks like he's gotten there a little bit earlier than he should have, at least legally, as far as the rules are concerned, here in the SFL. He's been able to get away with it a couple of times. But either way, just a great play. Great job knocking the ball away there for San Diego. Again, exactly what they needed. Now they're going to get that offense back on the field. And we're talking about one side being a little bit exhausted, a little bit gassed. We can see this Louisiana defense at this point get a little bit gassed if this offense for San Diego starts to pull away a bit.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Speaking of Pete Mitchell, I believe Pete Mitchell has the #1 movie in the country. And if you ask me, I would say movie of the year.
Wait a minute. What he has a movie? What am I missing now? Explain this to me.
Top Gun, Pete Mitchell, Maverick.
Oh goodness, I'm showing my youth here.
90-yard slant here by Scar Patterson. That pass is deflected away, almost picked off. And that was Slim Shady.
You know what? I say I'm showing my youth. I'm showing the fact that I was sheltered as a child. The only thing I was allowed to do was watch Looney Tunes and football, apparently. So that's the issue here. So
Oh man, yeah, you got to catch the new Top Gun movie. Really great movie. If you saw the first one, I absolutely believe that this new one is the best out of the two.
I'll call my mom and make sure it's okay for me to watch it.
You're a grown man, Jay. It's a strike down the middle of the field, down to the San Diego's 47. That's a 16-yard pickup for Optimus Klein there.
Yeah, you're talking about grown men. That's the grown man. That's the grown man. What they need to do, and they've got an opportunity here, not just to tie this ball game. They've got an opportunity to take the lead.
Here's a 5-step drop here by Scar Patterson. Out route, that pass is caught and complete by Gunnar Lewis. This offense is basically on point here. They've been on point all game long, should we say? But man, yeah, they have just been on clicking here in the third quarter. 12-yard
whatever they want. Whatever they want right now, they're getting. They haven't been going to Christian Pierce much here in this ball game, but that was expected. They don't typically run the ball much.
Going across the middle where it's dangerous, and that pass is incomplete, intended for Liam Hammer. Hood was there on the deflection.
You won't see that a ton from this offense either, particularly from number 11 in gold. If he gets two hands on the football, more likely than not, he's coming down with the football. And that was just a great play made from Louisiana's defense to ensure that he was going to drop it on that play.
Underneath center this time is Scar Patterson, 4-3 defense. The linebackers are sliding from left to right. Here's some play action for you. And there's a target. Almost picked up the first down. This time on the reception is Julian Gusters. His first reception tonight.
Yeah, Devon, I'm not really crazy about San Diego doing a play action when they haven't really run the ball at all in this ball game. I mean, they've got 3 rushes for 0 yards at this point, but it worked on that play. They were able to do play action and get 9 yards on that last play.
1-step drop. Patterson moves to his right, gets a little room there, and dumps it off to Gusters once again. 2 in a row for Gusters.
Yeah, just that pocket presence there for Scar Patterson, moving in the pocket. He has 401 yards passing here and he's showing his ability to be able to move as well and not just throw the football.
1st and 10 at Louisiana's 26. Here's Patterson, deep down the middle, touchdown, Gunnar Lewis. He just crossed Hollywood Boulevard, and they take the lead on that touchdown reception for 26 yards.
10th catch, 10th target, 128 yards. First touchdown of the ball game. These wide receivers are having a day. What a catch there. What a route there from Gunnar Lewis. And again, we talked about the exhaustion. We talked about this defense being fatigued. And how can they not be at this point? You know, when you've been on the field as long as they have, when you've had to come back out, you've had to deal with the speed and the athleticism of these wide receivers. And as we've mentioned, you know, you hit the nail on the head. This may just be the best trio that we have in the SFL. And now after that extra point, they are leading this Louisiana team, which looked like they were going to run away with it just a little while. For Louisiana and make sure that they're not the only team here on this field that won't be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. SFL Network is coming to the ESTV Plus app. 24/7 SFL programming will include content created by the community, the SFL greatest games from the archive, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Download the ESTG Plus app on your Android or iPhone or on your TV through Roku, Amazon Fire, Vizio, and more. The SFL Network, where SFL creators come together.
Yeah, and an incredible stat just listed by our great stats team. Optimus Klein is 1 yard away from having 100 yards. That would make all three wide receivers for San Diego, put them at 100 or over 100 yards. I'd love to know when the last time we've seen that, you know, from a team in the SFL.
And the crazy thing about it is Optimus Klein only has 4 targets.
On
four targets and 4
targets.
receptions.
It's just incredible, man.
Here is Johnny Utah underneath the center. 2-step drop. Utah throws it in traffic. That's going to be incomplete. Overthrown to Chase Earl.
Yeah, that was just a bad decision there. You see 3 San Diego defenders there in the area. You probably want to throw, you know, to another area or take off running or just throw it away. But you don't want to throw the ball there when you've got 3 defenders there lurking, ready for you to make that mistake.
Johnny Utah underneath the center. Split spread here, 2-step drop, sidearm throw, got his target right down the middle of the field, down to Louisiana's 47-yard line.
Yeah, he just throws the ball there around the defender there. We'll watch this replay. Beautiful pass there to Larry Da Vinci. You know, he's looking at the defense there, and he decides to go with that little sidearm throw to try to get the ball around Pete Mitchell there. Just a beautiful pass and a beautiful catch there to get the first down.
Yeah, that was a 19-yard pickup there for Utah and Da Vinci. Strong eye jokers. Dump it off here to Square Bush, and Square Bush is tackled after picking up 1 yard.
That screen pass, go ahead and throw the ball out to Randy Squarebush as opposed to waiting until he gets to the sideline. If he didn't give him enough time, you know, to catch his foot and get his balance and get his momentum going upfield rather than to the sideline.
2nd and 9. Handoff here to Randy Squarebush. Haven't called his name out of the backfield in quite a while. Took a shot right at the 38 of San Diego. 14 yards there on that pickup. They need to continue to give this guy the ball.
They do, Damon, but we mentioned before, you know, about him being a little worn down. You see this run play, and you can tell. I mean, it's as if he's got a piano on his back at this point. You know, he does not have that breakaway speed. There just wasn't anybody near him before he could get the first down.
And that's the 4th quarter. You're watching this. That's the 3rd quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on the SFL Twitch network. Everybody put your 4s, your 12s, your 86, and your 68s up in the chat. First and 10 for the Revolution. At San Diego's 38. Randy Squarebush and Collier in the backfield. Utah takes a two-step drop, dump it off to Chase Earl in the out route down to the bottom of the field. He picks up 7.
Yeah, just take what the defense is going to give you there. You know, again, these defensive backs are going to play back 6, 7, 8 yards and allow you to get that quick little out route there. Just do that. Get the out route. You see it here. They're giving them the space that they want to run those out routes and get those yardage.
Chase Earl just went over 100 yards for the day. There's Randy Squarebush right up the middle. Down to the 23.
And I think that break that he just got there, them flipping the field after that quarter, I think that gave him the break that he needed, because you saw there that acceleration that he didn't have on the last couple of plays. He just needed a breather, I believe is what it is. And now he's got a little bit of that acceleration back, and you saw it there on that first down run.
We talked about Scar Patterson and the targets of him spreading the ball around. How about Johnny Utah? Every player under contract for the Louisiana Revolutions on the offensive end of the ball has a reception from Johnny Utah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful job from this offense and from this coaching staff of Louisiana. Absolutely obliterated there at the line of scrimmage by Pete Mitchell. That's what you want to see if you're the San Diego defense. And now you see Pete Mitchell's really feeling it. He's kind of talking a little trash now to Randy Squarebush in the background.
Pete Mitchell, a.k.a. the Maverick. Here's Utah. Utah got a reception from Collier in an area that you normally don't see the fullback catching the ball.
Yeah, you're right. You normally don't. They're normally catching the ball out of the backfield if they're catching the ball at all. More likely than not, Cameron Collier is going to be blocking. But, let's see what he does here. I'm anticipating him doing just that here on this 3rd and 1.
High lows here for Randy Squarebush. Squarebush gets the ball. A little slow boogie there, but he does pick up the first down to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, and that's all that play was. It's nothing special. It's just a hat on a hat. You got a green hat on a gold hat there, making sure that they open up the hole there for number 30 coming out of the backfield. Another first down. Now they're here at the 9-yard line, and they are driving.
At first and goal at the 9, as you just mentioned, 8 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clicker. Here's a stretch play. Squarebush picks up a total of 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, they're showing it right now. Louisiana knows now we have to show. If no other time in this football game, we have got to show the sense of urgency here right now in order to stay in this football game.
There's a quads look here. Handoff here to Squarebush. No! Tackle right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him 2 yards. He's at the 6, down to the 4-yard line now.
Yeah, another tackle there from Liam Thunderman. That's actually his 4th tackle here in this football game. 3rd and goal here. They're in a shotgun at the 4-yard line. I'm interested to see what happens here.
That's pretty gutsy. Back of the end zone is caught for a touchdown. Chase Earl. Wow. And if I'm not mistaken, that is Earl's 2nd touchdown reception of the night. 11th reception.
Yeah, we've been gawking over, what these wide receivers for San Diego have been able to do. But you're right. That's the 12th target, 11th catch for Chase Earl for 121 yards. 2nd touchdown of the night. He's having himself a ball game as well. I mean, we just talked about a talent that's all over this field. Chase Earl is right up there with any of them.
Mm-hmm. And with the rushing yards by Randy Squarebush of a total of 206 is actually taking place of yards that's not being accumulated from other receivers for the Revolution. But he's picking up that slack and helping out as well. So, I mean, these 2 teams is really putting on a show here tonight. It's a 3-point ball game, still with 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes left here in this game.
Yeah, it's what we anticipated and certainly what we hoped for. I mean, they've passed, the over here. That was anticipated for this game at 59 and a half, but that's exactly what we were hoping for. We were hoping to see after we see this very dangerous return from Liam Hammer. I mean, you can't get the ball to him enough. It doesn't matter if it's offense or special teams. Get the ball to Liam Hammer and see what he can do.
I think Liam Hammer's been listening to some Young Dro and T.I. How about you let your shoulder lean, let your shoulder lean? Every return, he's letting that shoulder lean, or unless he must have been studying Randy Squarebush.
It's one or the other. I mean, I'm not sure which one it is, but whichever one it is, it's working for him. He needs to do it more often.
There's Pierce out of the backfield, picks up 2 yards on that catch.
Yeah, and that's only the 5th reception there from Christian Pierce. Again, not a ton of handoffs, not a ton of opportunities really for Christian Pierce in terms of him having the ball in his hands. But whenever he does, they've got to make sure to get him in open spaces so he can make some plays.
Here's Scar Patterson on a 5-step drop, out route, got a reception to Liam Hammer, and Liam Hammer is down to the 38-yard line.
Big 3rd down here. It's not, we're not late in the 4th quarter, but we're starting to get there. Now we're at the halfway point. San Diego being down, Louisiana feeling the pressure now to try to get this offense off the field.
5 touchdowns on the day for Scar Patterson. Patterson tries to go for it all. No way. Picked off. Across the 40. Number. And that is Mike Ryan coming away with that interception for the Revolution. This just could be the turn of the game.
It was only a matter of time when they throw the ball to number 24. Throw the ball 24's way. He's going to get an interception. 2-time SFL All-Star. Last time was last season, season 18, being an All-Star after an incredible season 18 campaign. And now he shows just why he was a season 18 All-Star, getting the interception there, getting his offense the ball back. Not what you need if you're San Diego and you want to win this ball game.
That brings the defense of San Diego right back on the field, who has been having trouble stopping Randy Squarebush all game long. Squarebush up the middle, picks up 4 yards.
And you can just see it really from the physiology and from the way that this defense is playing. I mean, granted, yeah, you say 4 yards, it's only 4 yards. Those add up. I mean, you can just see the way that Randy Squarebush, whenever he runs, his ability to be able to drag these defenders 3 or 4 yards down the field, that is wearing down his defense.
Yeah, he's averaging 7.8 yards per carry. 210 on the day for Squarebush on the ground. And that looks like Collier right there on the reception. And he picks up the 1st down as well, all the way down to the 18-yard line, 11-yard pickup.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, we saw him catch the ball a little bit further downfield. Kind of, that sort of out route, or that route that he ran there to the flats towards the sideline. That's kind of what you expect to see Cameron Collier run more often than not, and he can be very, very dangerous. 260-pound grown man. He's very field.
1st and 10 here for the Revolution at San Diego's 18. 2-step drop here by Utah. Utah got a man right across the middle. He caught it and he fumbled. That's going to be a true fumble, because I do believe that he did take a football move after he made the reception and took 2 steps.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think that's even worth challenging there. It looked like he took about 2 or 3 steps before that ball came out. I mean, it was an incredible pass and a great catch. It just was an even better hit there, from San Diego's Ray Lenerl. And maybe they will try to challenge it there. I mean, things look different on replays, than what they do in real time. But, certainly that looked like fun in real time. And it doesn't look like they're going to challenge it.
Yeah, no challenge flags coming from the sidelines of the Revolution. And that is a great turnover for the San Diego Mavericks. Here's Patterson, dumps it off to the bottom of the field, and he got Liam Hammer. And that is Liam Hammer's 10th reception of the night, 16th target.
And did you see that agility from Liam Hammer? His ability to change momentum, to change his body weight, to go back downfield after he jumped and caught the ball at his highest point. Liam Hammer just has unbelievable athleticism.
Liam Hammer and Gunnar Lewis both both are recording 10 receptions here tonight. There's a pass incomplete across the middle of the field intended for Gunnar Lewis.
And that's something you're not going to see very often from Scar Patterson there. He just throws the ball a little bit too far, over the head of Gunnar Lewis. I mean, that big frame of 6'5", 235 at this point. I know they've only been together for 2 seasons, not full seasons, but 2 seasons at this point, but you're not going to see Scar Patterson miss those passes too often.
Shotgun formation here. Gonna look like gonna go 50x8 pose. Intercepted again by the same man, Mike Ryan. Stop throwing his way.
Stop throwing his way, indeed. I mean, just throw it to anybody else. Throw it to any other side of the field. Do not throw the ball. If you see 24, just dump it somewhere else. Just don't do it, because he's gonna come down with an interception. We talked about it before. He's 6 tackles. You see the stats down at the bottom of the screen. 6 tackles, 1 assist, 2 interceptions. You want to give your team a chance to win. You can't give the ball to the other team. It just doesn't work that way.
Those 2 interceptions tonight give Mike Ryan a total of 7 on the season. Handoff at the square bush. Square bush runs a guy over with a high stiff arm.
Yeah, and if he wouldn't have gotten stuck behind a Levy Lease there on that play, he probably will still be running, after that stiff arm. Randy Squarebush, we talked about fatigue and all of that, but, it's getting late in the fourth quarter, and it seems like he still has as much strength as he had in the first.
Power I formation here for Louisiana. Hand off to Squarebush. He's hitting the backfield. I think that's the first time he's probably been hit in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him lose a single yard all game long. Maybe he has. It's just been so few and far between. It's hard to remember. But Leon Thunderman, there getting the tackle there in the backfield. Beautiful play. Exactly what San Diego needs here this late in the ball game.
Encroachment, automatic first down. Handoff here to Squarebush. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Then they're going to get the first down on the encroachment penalty.
And it's the exact opposite of what you need. You do not need these penalties, San Diego. That's about the 4th or 5th one we've seen tonight.
Yeah, there has been a lot of encroachments, as you stated, from both teams. But I believe the most has come from San Diego.
Yeah, it has. It's just they just don't have that discipline, and there's no other way, to speak to it. The discipline just is not there. It's one thing if you get one or two jumps, that's one thing. That's just showing that you're a little bit antsy, you want to make a play. But once you get to the 4 or 5 range, then you talk about discipline. And that's the issue here.
First and 10 here for the Revolution. Handoff here to Squarebush. Squarebush picks up 3 yards on the carry there. Coming from the stat truck, 2 drives in a row by San Diego that on the 3rd play was picked off by Ryan.
2 in a row. I've run out of words to explain just how talented Mike Ryan is. He's an unbelievable safety, and only in his 4th season in the SFL.
Single back formation here, 2 wide receivers, and looked like a gang of tight ends on the play. Johnny Utah right across the middle of the field with that pass and catch to his tight end, John Michael Sutton.
And whenever they've needed a big play, it seems as though that's who they've gone to. Granted, they've gone to him 8 times, and he's caught half of those. He's caught 4 receptions here tonight, 1 being a touchdown. But it seems as though those 4 receptions he's had in this game have been really big and really timely receptions.
2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the game. Eye loads, handoff here, weak ISO to Squarebush. Nowhere to go. Squarebush is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him 2 yards.
Yeah, he put that head down there on that play. Just couldn't get past Tom Creed, on the way to trying to get to that first down. Got the 2 yards there. But the biggest thing right now, San Diego has the enemy in white, green, and blue. But that time is also an enemy for San Diego right now.
4-3 defense. A single coverage to the top of the field there. Safety is playing down in the box. I'll go with a post route receiver. He's going to go with the fade, and they give it to Square Bush. He's hitting the backfield for 1 yard loss. That's the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on the SFL's Twitch network. Gun split spread here. 3-step drive. Johnny Utah throws to the end zone. Is picked off by San Diego. Oh, this may be a pick six. Oh, no, he's going to be tackled and brought down at the 25.
Could not have been a more perfect timing interception and a horribly timed interception for Louisiana, but exactly what San Diego needed in order to stay in this ball game. If his momentum didn't carry him back in the end zone after getting that interception, you're right, it might end up having been a pick six. Either way, San Diego now, with what we have already said time after time again, with this incredibly high-powered offense, now has the ball, all 3 timeouts with 1 minute and 51 seconds left.
Scar Patterson shotgun. Split spread it is. Going deep once again. It's picked off. Is this Ryan for trifecta? Give this man the triple crown.
3 interceptions, all in the second half for Mike Ryan. I guess he's been baiting him. I think that's what it is. I think he was just baiting Scar Patterson this entire game. Waited to the second half and said, okay, dude, now let me show you why I've made it to 2 All-Stars in only 4 seasons. And this isn't something that I've even mentioned. I think there's extra motivation for Mike Ryan, considering this is the team that drafted him. This is the team that drafted him first overall back in season 16. There's extra motivation for Mike Ryan, and he showed it here tonight.
And out here to Square Bush, and Square Bush looks like he's losing a step as the game continues to go on.
Now they're going to have to burn those timeouts here. Biggest thing, though, while burning those timeouts, they're going to have to make sure that Louisiana does not get the first down here, because if they do, then this is definitely going to be ball game.
Absolutely. Power formation set here now. 4-3 look from the defense. Hand off to Square Bush. Square Bush carries a guy by 3 yards.
I think it goes without saying, Damon, this is by far, this isn't even just the biggest third down of the game. This is the single biggest down of this football game. 3rd and 5, 1 timeout left for San Diego, 1 minute 36 seconds left. They have to get them here.
They sure do. I agree with you. Hand off to Square Bush. Square Bush leans forward down to the 26. Milk the clock, and San Diego takes their last and final timeout.
Mission accomplished, right? I mean, it's what they needed. 4th and 2 here, so more than likely Louisiana go ahead. I think I see the field goal kicker on the field now. They'll go ahead and try to kick this field goal to put themselves up by 6 here, but this is exactly what San Diego needed. It gives them enough time, especially with this high-powered offense. It gives them enough time to put together a drive to try to get down the field to take the lead and win this game.
Outside of the extra point attempts here tonight, this is our first time seeing Otis Boudreaux in the field to kick a field goal.
It just shows you just how incredible of a game this has been all night long. 41-35 here in San Diego, California. I mean, what more can you ask for?
I take that back. That's our 2nd time seeing him. He made the first field goal attempt in the first quarter, early in the first quarter. And there's a lot of time on the clock for this San Diego offense. Jay Hayden.
A lot of time. A lot of time here. Now we're looking at 1 minute 24. Again, no timeout, so the clock's not the friend at all for San Diego at the moment. But again, we've talked about it. It takes nothing for this San Diego offense, to get down the field, make one big play. The biggest thing right now, keep the ball away from number 24 and white.
I would keep it. I keep throwing it to the right side. The left side is basically a no friend zone for San Diego right now. Throw it to the right side, incomplete, out of bounds, Lim Hammer.
Yeah, you're right. And they did just that. They listened to you, Damon. They said, all right, we're going to throw the ball far away from number 24. Unfortunately for them, they threw the ball clear out of bounds. Now, I don't know what they're reviewing right now because it looked like he wasn't anywhere near any green grass whenever he called that football.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just as shocked and surprised as you are on this here. And yeah, he's way out of bounds.
Yeah, this should be a quick review.
I think R62 just wanted to delay some time.
Yeah, get a swig of Gatorade, maybe make some plans here in San Diego after the game, something along those lines. But that was obvious that was an incomplete pass.
I saw San Diego celebrating, though. But they say the play on the field stands. It was incomplete.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 10. I don't know. They probably had a little bit too much to drink here tonight. But anyway, let's see where this goes here on the 2nd and 10.
3-step drop here by Patterson. Out route to the top of the field to Gunnar Lewis, and Lewis does make the reception. Picks up 3 yards on it. Same play. Incomplete. They're going to say he stepped out. He was out of bounds when he made the reception. Now, this is 4th down, Jay. I don't think San Diego have a choice but to go for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that was 3 of the worst plays, I think, that they could have called there on this drive so far. I mean, granted, it didn't result in a turnover. Thank goodness for San Diego, but just not getting the yardage that they need at all. They're going to have to call something down the field on this play.
Here it is. There's a 90-yard slants, and it's to Cherry coming away with that reception. That's Cherry's 5th reception. No, my bad. 2nd reception of the night. Here is Patterson throwing to the right side, incomplete. Deflected away by Hood. Hood has been playing some pretty good ball.
Yeah, he has. Just a very, very dangerous play there. That's actually his 4th or 5th pass deflection he's had in this game. I mean, it's only so much you can expect when you're going against a wide receiver trio, as you mentioned, that they have here in San Diego. But for what he's been called on to do, he's done a great job.
2nd and 10 at San Diego's 39-yard line. Here's Patterson going to the progression. That pass is deflected away. Intended for Lewis.
Yeah, and I'm not understanding right now why San Diego is throwing the ball, so close inside, of the line right now. If I'm them, I want to throw the ball either closer to the boundary, the ball out of bounds, get the ball past the sticks, or the ball clear down the field right now. I'm not a fan of this play calling right now.
I agree with you. 5-step drop. There is Liam Hammer down to the 40-yard line of Louisiana. 21-yard
beautiful
pickup.
Pass. Beautiful play call. That's what you need right there.
There's a spike. That does stop the clock at 34 seconds. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need there. Runs a little flag route there, and we've talked about just how great Rolling Hood has played all game long, and there he just didn't see, Liam Hammer running that flag route on that play. He just got behind him, But let's see, they're going under center here on this play. I'm a little confused as to why, though.
Yeah, same here. They're going to send 2 wide receivers out on the route. Tackled inbounds at the 33. 7-yard pickup there. Time is running out. 23 seconds. Same formation. They have no more timeouts. What is he waiting on? 5-step drop here by Scar Patterson. Tackled inbounds is Liam Hammer at the 28. 5-yard pickup there.
They've got to hurry up here, Damon.
He's waiting for the defense. The offense does not have to wait for the defense.
Yeah, he's just being courteous, I guess. I'm not. But they've.
Yeah, the offense does not have to wait for the defense to get set. I've learned that back in Pee Wee League. I was underneath the center. Right. My coach was hollering, "What are you waiting for?"
Patterson has some of the best arm talent it is in the league. They're going to go ahead and go with the Hail Mary here. This is it. This is the
Oh
last play of the
no,
game.
I don't agree with the Hail Mary call here because you're going. Everybody's bunched up to one side. I would have ran for a regular play. He's gonna run it, takes off, and that's gonna be the ball game. Louisiana gonna come out here with the victory. They're gonna move on to 5-6, and if they win out, their playoff chances stays alive if they win next week as well.
Yeah, well, let's start off this way. Let's start off by giving credit, as you just mentioned, to this Louisiana team. You see the numbers there, 559 total yards of offense for Louisiana. Just an incredible showing, and especially from the guy you see right there running over San Diego defenders, on his way down the field. He ended up with a total of 230 rushing yards on 35 carries, and even added 5 catches for 34 yards, had a touchdown as well. Randy Squarebush, without question, in my opinion, the player of this game just from his performance, here tonight. And he's been doing that all season long. It's very difficult for any team to stop him, especially once he decides, I'm going to get about 30 or 40 yards, and there's nothing that you can do about it. I'm just going to do it. You're just going to have to be frustrated. When you see number 30 coming straight towards you, you might as well look out. So, it's a beautiful thing to have that kind of a weapon if you're Louisiana. Unfortunately for San Diego, they had to deal with him. They put up a good fight. They scored 35 points, only losing this game here tonight by 6 points. Scar Patterson, 53 passes, 37 catches, or 37 completions for 493 yards. Unfortunately for him, there in the second half, he just had too many mistakes. 3 interceptions, and those were 3 huge interceptions for San Diego. And I think, unfortunately for the San Diego team, those were the turnovers and those were the mistakes that end up costing this team the game.
Yeah. Right before he started throwing those picks, he had 5 touchdowns and QBR of 147. And when he started throwing those picks, the QBR dropped down to 106. I'm right there with you, partner. If he doesn't throw those 3 interceptions, and we should say in a row, San Diego will probably come out of here with the victory because they were smoking hot in the third quarter. That fourth quarter, he threw those 3 picks, which slowed down their momentum and slowed down their drives. Louisiana basically was just taking drives away from San Diego.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. You hit the nail on the head there. It's just, you're talking about numbers. Liam Hammer, 21 targets here tonight. 21. Caught 12 passes for 213 yards. I mean, we were in for a treat tonight. That's what it was. 41 points for Louisiana, 35 for San Diego. It was an incredible game. Unfortunately for San Diego and some of the play calling was questionable. And, but they've got nothing to hang their heads about. They played an awesome game here tonight.
Yeah, they did. There's your player of the game, Randy Squarebush. I didn't think anywhere. Well, it could have went to Tommy Utah. It could have went to Chase Earl. But hey, folks, that's going to do it. Louisiana come out of here with a victory over the San Diego Mavericks. I was your play-by-play commentator tonight. Damon Simeon and Jay Hayden was on color. Jay, thank you so much for being here with me tonight, buddy. I really appreciate it. I look forward to working with you more in the future. Send everybody home.
Thank you guys for being here with us tonight. I've never done this before, so I'm just going to say good night. Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.
See you when we see you. Peace.